Look at that rain. It is going up, not down. Up. It started the night of her wedding, and it did not stop. Her husband did this, but he was not her husband. He was never a man at all. It began on a market day. The village of Ofada was full of live traders shouting, children running, women balancing baskets on their heads, the smell of palm oil and roasted corn filling the air. It was the kind of day where nothing unusual ever happened, until he walked in. Nobody saw where he came from. One moment the road was empty. The next he was there. And yet something about him made the oldest dog in the market tuck its tail and run. The market women started whispering, "Where did he come from? We did not see him walk in." The old elder said, "The river is quiet today. Too quiet. Look at him. Have we ever seen anyone like that in Ofada?" Nia was at the market buying pepper and ground nuts when she felt someone watching her. She turned around, and there he was, looking straight at her. Not at the woman beside her, but her. He told her his name was John, that he had come from a village far beyond the hills, that he was looking for a place to settle. He spoke slowly, carefully, like every word had been chosen before it left his mouth, and Nia, who had never had trouble saying no to anyone, found that she could not look away.
Nia, I promise you, everything will be all right.
How can you be so sure? I can't believe I just said that!
It's adorable.
You're just saying that!
Within 3 months, John had asked for Nia's hand.
John, welcome. We've been waiting.
Thank you, ma'am. This is for you.
Oh, thank you. Come in, come in.
The village of Ofada had never seen a courtship move so fast. Her mother and her friends were excited, but the elders were not. They called a meeting at the village square. They had questions. Where exactly did John come from? Why had nobody been able to verify his village, nor his people?
Nia, the ancestors guide us, but the drought tests our faith. What must we do?
We stand together.
And why every time John walked past the river did the water go completely still? An old woman said, "The river has not spoken in 3 months since he arrived. The river always speaks until now." Nia did not listen. She loved him, and in her heart, she believed that love was enough. The wedding was the most beautiful Ofada had ever seen. Food and music and dancing from morning until the stars came out. John danced with her under the moonlight, and she felt, in that moment, that she was the luckiest woman alive. The elders attended but did not celebrate. They did not eat, they just sat at the edge and watched. And when the last song played, and the last fire burned low, the river, which had been silent for 3 months, made one sound. Not a rush or a ripple, just one low, deep groan, like something waking up from a very long sleep. The morning after the wedding, Nia woke up screaming to a sound from the window. She ran outside. Every person in Ofada was standing in their doorways, heads tilted back, mouths open. The rain was falling upward. Not a drop was hitting the ground. Every raindrop was rising back into the sky.
My people, the rains test us, but we must stand firm. Together we will overcome this storm and find our strength.
Plants were pulling back into the soil. Rivers were thinning. Only John, standing in the middle of the compound, was not looking up. He was looking straight ahead, completely calm, like he had been expecting this. The rain continued to fall backward. Nia was surprised. She approached John. "John, do you see this? What is happening?" John calmly replied, "It will pass." The backwards rain did not pass. It continued for 3 days. Crops began to fail. The river dropped so low you could see the bottom. Children stopped playing outside. And Nia began to notice things about her husband that she had ignored before. His shadow sometimes moved a half second after he moved. His reflection in water looked different from his face, older, darker, with eyes that were not quite right. He never ate in her front. He never slept deeply. On the 3rd night, when she reached for his hand in the dark, it was cold as river water in the dry season.
Nia, you have to listen to me now. It's coming and we can't stop it alone.
But I can't, Mama.
Her mother tried to convince her, but she seems to be possessed. Well, she had only one option. On the fourth day, Nia went to the oldest elder in Ofada, a woman so old nobody remembered her age. She lived alone at the edge of the village, nearest a river. She had not come to the wedding. She had not left her hut since John arrived. When Nia knocked on her door, the old woman opened it immediately like she had been waiting. She sat Nia down, and she told her everything. The hut was small and quiet. Candlelight flickered between them, and the old woman's eyes, sharp and clear despite her age, never looked away from Nia's face as she spoke. She said, "The river has always had a spirit. For 100 years it has protected Ofada, brought rain, kept the land fertile, kept sickness away. But spirits get lonely, child, and sometimes they come looking." Nia replied, "What are you saying?" The old woman continued, "I am saying the man you married is not a man. He is the river spirit. He took human form because he wanted a wife, someone to anchor him to this world." Then Nia whispered, "And the rain?" Old woman added, "The rain is falling backwards because the river has left its bed. It is living in your house, and until it goes back, Ofada will die." Hit that subscribe button and the bell right now so you never miss a folktale. Like this video if the story has you hooked. Now, let's go back to Ofada. Nia walked home slowly. Her heart was breaking and racing at the same time, because part of her already knew, part of her had always known. She just had not wanted to see it. When she walked into the compound, John was sitting outside watching the rain rise with an expression she had never seen on his face before. Not calm. Sad. Like someone watching something they love slip away. She sat down beside him. She did not touch him. She just sat. And then she asked him directly, "John, tell me the truth. Who are you?" John, after a long pause, replied, "You already know." Nia said, "I want to hear you say it." John then spoke up. "I have always been the river." She said, "Why did you choose me?" John replied, "Because I watched you for years. Coming to the river every morning, talking to the water like it could hear you. Nia, I always heard you, and I loved you before you ever saw my face." They sat in silence for a long time after that, the kind of silence that holds more words than speaking ever could. Nia already knew what had to happen. She had known the moment the old woman finished speaking, and John, the spirit she had loved, the man who had heard her at the river for years, already knew it too. Nia said, "You have to go back." John replied, "I know." Nia added, "The village is dying. The rain is wrong. You know this." John said, "I know, Nia. I have always known this day would come. I just wanted more time." Nia was emotional. She said, "Will I ever see you again?" John, taking her face in his hands, said, "Every time you come to the river, every time the water is calm and the rain falls right, that will be me telling you I am still here." But love alone was not enough to send him back. The old woman had warned her. The river spirit could not return on its own once it had taken human form and married. It needed to be released, and releasing it required courage, because even a loving spirit would resist at the final moment, not out of malice, out of longing.
This is for you now.
It's so beautiful.
Cherish it always.
I will.
The riverbed was almost gone. Just a thin dark ribbon of water at the bottom of a wide empty bed of red earth. Nia looked at it, then she took John's hand, and she walked him to the edge. She spoke the ancient words the old woman had given her. Words older than Ofada itself, words that tasted like rain on her tongue, and with every word she felt John's hand grow lighter in hers, like water, like mist, like something returning to where it belonged. Nia said, "I release you. Go back to where you belong. Protect this land. And remember me."
أيوة لرم بيرن يونا بروفيان فيلا في مرننا غنف في دراب أفن وتر آنذ فسفوزات ولبميران برنغيو.
The rain fell throughout the day and night. By morning, the river was full again, crops were covered. Children ran outside laughing. The village of Ofada breathed again.
You did it. My daughter, you saved this village.
He saved it. He just needed help finding his way home.
The legend spreading through Ofada and beyond.
Let me tell you a story,
It began by the river.
and it lives on.
She loved him. And because she loved him truly, she let him go.
Did she ever stop missing him?
Every day.
And so the story of Nia of Ofada lived on. In the sound of the river, in every rainfall that found the earth the right way down, the river remembers her. It always will. And in Ofada they will always remember the rain that fell backwards and the woman brave enough to turn it right side up again. And that is the story of Nia and the stranger from the river. If this folktale touched your heart, share it with someone today. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button right now, subscribe so you never miss the next folktale, and drop a comment below. Would you have married the stranger? We read every single comment.